Hey everybody, welcome back to Adventures with Spackmann. Today, we're looking at 10 cool gadgets for camping that are on the next level. Let's get into it. So while we talk about these, let's make a cup of coffee. Which brings me to my first cool gadget for camping. Look at this little thing, guys. This is a French press for a cup, a pot, pretty much anything. It turns anything into a French press. It's a stainless steel wire mesh basket that you fill with coffee grounds, and then it's got a plunger that you plunge the coffee press with. All right, we got some boiling water now. So with this coffee maker, all you do is pour the water over top of it. I like to stir it up and let it steep. And then once it's done, we'll French press it, and you got yourself a cup of coffee. This is a 2-burner folding camp stove from BRS. It runs off of one isobutane can, has separate knobs for each burner, and this is the smallest, possibly the cheapest folding 2-burner stove. I bought this one over a year ago from AliExpress, but it's currently being sold on Amazon, so I'll leave a link to this one in the description down below. I'll leave a link to all the products that you see in this video in the description down below. But this is a pretty cool 2-burner stove on a budget that folds up relatively small. Now this little device right here will be the last one we talk about, but this thing is pretty cool. So stick around to the end to see this one. Drop that back in my pocket. Next up is the FlexTail Tiny Repel, and this is what it is. It's a 2-in-1 lantern mosquito repellent. It comes with or without these mosquito pads. I suggest you get the mosquito pads with it. You can buy other brand mosquito pads, but if you do, you have to cut them down to size. They slide right in the side. And it fits 2 at a time. Now how this works is the top of this heats up, and those pads have some kind of mosquito repellent on it. You can have it on low or high. High is red, and that puts off a nice heat off of this, burns off the mosquito repellent, so you don't have to put DEET on yourself. You just set this in your campsite, and it has a 15-foot radius, and I'm on the fence about how well this actually works. I've only used it once. Mosquitoes started coming into our camp, so I turned this on, and I didn't see any mosquitoes after that, but one. I don't know if that was fate or if this was that. I really need a good warm day with lots of mosquitoes to test this out. And unfortunately, as soon as I received it, it got cold out. Yesterday was the first day of fall, and I got the hot tent going because it's cold out today, guys. Along with the mosquito repellent, it is also a lantern. I think it's got 4 modes: low, medium, high, and then ultra high, and then it goes off. It also has a magnet on the bottom. Not a very strong one. Nothing in here is steel that's strong enough to hold this, but there is a magnet on the bottom. And this is a pretty cool little light and bug repellent. If you don't like bug spray, this might be a great option for you. This is from FlexTail. Other makers make something similar, but this one runs off of batteries. The other ones I've seen runs off of little fuel cartridges or even an isobutane tank. This one's rechargeable and pretty cool. So that FlexTail repellent, this product and 2 other ones in this video are from a website called Cool Gadget. They are sponsoring this video and a giveaway. So I'm giving 3 of these 4 products away. So stick around to the end to enter that giveaway. This one's not as much for camping as it is for peace of mind for when you are camping. Now I go camping in the backcountry, and a lot of times I don't have cell service. There's no cell service. So if something happens to my vehicle, I'm on my own, or I'm hiking out somewhere to get cell service. It comes with 2 battery modules. The bottom is a flashlight as well as an extra battery for this. That's pretty cool. So these 2 units hook together, and it extends the battery life of this top unit. This top part is an air pump for wheels and balls and such like that. When you pop the hose out, it automatically turns on, and then you can set the PSI to whatever you want. Well, this is good for the cold season because, as you know, if you don't replace the summer air in your tires for winter air, they're going to start deflating and losing tire pressure every day overnight. This thing works pretty well. You hook it right up to your tire, you set the PSI, you turn it on, and it goes. It goes until it hits what you set it to, and then it shuts off automatically. And then once you put the hose away, it turns off. This is a pretty cool gadget to keep in your vehicle to make sure you can make it home if your tires go flat. Oh, that's hot. All right, coffee's done. The coffee ground soaked up so much water, it's not buried anymore. You want to use a coarser ground coffee, or else you can see the coffee grounds. If they're too fine, they come out. And then I like to take it out of the coffee and then squeeze it one more time, get all that good stuff out of there. Yeah, that's clean. Clean enough. It makes a strong cup of coffee if you make it right. I've overfilled the container before and it doesn't soak up as much water and let coffee out. So you need to experiment with it and get it just right. But once you do, it's a good cup of coffee. Cheers. Next product is a hot tent stove. They're not new to camping. They're not new to anything, but they extend your camping adventure all year round. Temperatures start to drop, you whip out your stove, and life is good. This one's from Pomali. This is the stainless steel Max Dweller stove. This is a pretty cool stove. I really like how the whole front is glass and it's like a fireplace style stove. But there are so many hot tent stoves out there. Most of them work very well, so get a hot tent stove. These next two products are entertainment for while you're out on your adventures. This is a radio. It picks up stations. You can pause the sound with one push of the button, but it stays on. This one's really cool because it has a solar panel for charging it. You can charge it with a micro USB-C cord, or it has a hand crank. So you can hand crank this one too. I've used this one on, I don't even know, countless trips. I love listening to music in between doing stuff. Sometimes being out in the woods by yourself can get a little boring and lonely, so having some music to listen to is great. It's also a lantern. I let it charge during the day. I set it in the sun, and I've had this thing last all weekend just been charging from the sun. This is going to be a future giveaway in a couple weeks. Another product for your entertainment needs while you're camping is this little Ambernick like Game Boy handheld device. This thing is really cool. It's rechargeable, and all it really is a game emulator, and it is loaded with games. It has PS1 games, vertical arcade games, Game Boy Advanced, NES, Super Nintendo, Sega, another Sega, Game Boy Colored, regular Game Boy, and then some other stuff. PS1 games, there is just a whole library of games. It's got everything. It's got so many games just for PS1. And then you go into other systems and it's got just as many games for all of those. I gotta say, this is one of my favorite toys that I bring camping. You can also hook up more than one controller to this and hook it to your TV, so it becomes an actual game system for your TV. That's pretty darn cool. All right, let's show this bad boy now. This little gadget here that comes with its own charging box, I don't know why that was happening. So every time you put it in here, a red charging indicator comes on right there, and this is charging. This is wicked cool. I haven't had this die on me yet. I charged this up and I've been charging it in this box ever since, and it hasn't died on me yet. But how is this a headlamp, you ask? Look at that strap. The strap is this very thin string that's retractable, all self-contained within this thing. It's got a high and a low, and that's it. High, low, off. It's fairly bright, but the best thing about it, I cannot tell that this is on my head. It is so small. It doesn't have too much force when it's pulling after you let it go, but as you can see, it can fit many heads, and it's just by pulling it. I've had this on my kids, and both of them agree with me that you barely feel that it's on. Some of my bigger headlamps have a tendency to squeeze your head and make you uncomfortable over time. But this one, I have not felt that at all yet. I've had a couple issues where, if you have it offset, oh, there we go. If you have it offset, it doesn't retract. It doesn't retract 100% correctly, but all you gotta do is pull it out again, and then it will go back into itself. So that's my only complaint about it, but it's not even really a complaint. It's just putting it back together wrong, I guess. And it's not as bright as some of my other headlamps, but sometimes you don't need a really bright headlamp, and you just want something to put on your head to see at night. As I use it, I put it back in the case and I wait until I need it again. Oh, this couch. This couch is from Flextail and Aero Go-Go. I posted a video about this last week in which it was a giveaway for this fire maple stove, which I'm drawing the winner of this stove at the end of this video. So stick around to the end if you entered this giveaway. It has its own internal battery and blow-up pump. You push a button, it inflates itself, and then you have a couch at your campsite or anywhere else. I'm actually going to use this at the drive-ins, set this up and we can sit on this for the drive-ins. I think that's going to be really cool. If you are interested in a couch, this is a really good one. It is solid, it blows itself up, and it's pretty darn cool. This light. It's got 4 arms that come down and turn it into a lantern for up top. It's got 4 modes: low, medium, high, and then white. This lantern's from Claris. It's the CL2. It's a 10,400 milliamp power bank as well. Stored here underneath the storm flap is the charger USB-C, and then a USB port that will charge your devices off of this power bank. Also has a flashlight on the bottom as well for just a regular flashlight. So these 4 products are from a website called coolgadget.com. They have a bunch of cool camping gadgets, and they are giving away these 3. Not the Flextail bug repellent, but this lantern, this air pump, and this headlamp. This headlamp, I think, is the coolest gadget that they sent me. I really like this headlamp. It's one of my favorite things that I'm showing in this video. But if you want a chance to win any 3 of these products, I'm going to draw 3 winners. One's going to receive one of each of these. The first winner is going to be able to pick what they want. The second winner is going to pick from the last 2 items, and then the third winner will get by default whatever's left after that. You got to be a US subscriber, because this giveaway is only for US subscribers. Then you also have to go follow Cool Gadget, their YouTube channel. I'll leave that in the description down below. Go subscribe to their channel. Be subscribed to my channel. Give this video a thumbs up and comment down below that you're in. Then in a couple weeks, I'll draw 3 winners to pick from these products. And that's about it for this giveaway. But now it's time to draw the winner for the Polaris stove. I have the URL entered in here. There were 70 comments to pick from. Now let's pick a winner. RL. Oh, he said I'm in. This guy comments on almost all videos. RL. Contact me at adventuresofspackman@gmail.com. Spackmann has 2 N's. I'll get your shipping information. I'll pass it off to... Who sent this to me? Obuy. I'll send your shipping information off to Obuy, and they'll send that right out to you. So let me know your shipping information. Thanks everybody who entered. Don't forget to enter into this giveaway. I do a lot of giveaway, guys, so make sure you're subscribed and you have that bell notification on, because if you miss one of my videos, I never post like a... I always pick the winner in another video, so there's never like a follow-up winner picking video. So if you're interested in all the giveaways, make sure you have that bell on. And thanks for joining me on this cool gadget adventure. See you on the next one. I have another update on the Acacia Space XL. I might be getting a floor, and you might be seeing a floating tent video coming soon, guys. Cheers.